the best margarita at Citywalk?
Princess and Bear here. We're at Citywalk today to answer that very question. We think the answer might surprise you and us. And as your number one choice of food and infotainment, we're going to go find out. So remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Let's go get some Ritas.
Be sure to margarita.
You heard the girl.
Our first stop is one of the standard Universal bars. There's one on either side, one on the way to Highway, and one as I'm pointing to Studios, and vice versa. So just stop at one of these. They usually don't have like a super long line unless there's an event going on. I had to be extra, so I got a Patrón margarita. It's actually really tasty. It's perfectly balanced. It was handmade, which is always better than a pre-mixed margarita. I would give it a 4 out of 5 margaritas. I think it's really setting a delicious standard for the rest of Citywalk.
So I feel like of any type of drink, be it margarita or anything else, this Riverfront Bar is like the lesser choice. Everybody always forgets about these bars. They're here, they're open usually before any other bars here at Citywalk, and they're open longer than most of the other ones, and then people just walk right by them. They want to go to the fancy places. You want to go to Margaritaville. You want to go to Patrón. You want to go to NBC Grill. Margarita's a margarita. As long as it's made well. And that's what we're here to prove. Now Patrón. Ooh, interesting. I don't see the value of Patrón over other tequilas. I'm a tequila connoisseur. I think most silver tequilas taste a lot of the same, except for a few exceptions. Patrón is slightly better than most, but not so much that I'm usually willing to pay the premium for a Patrón party, punch, or cocktail. I would give this one 3.75 out of 5 plus. It's okay.
Bear being a standard and cheap drinker, no, he's not. I don't know where I was going with that, but Bear just doing the base margarita got El Jimador, which is also vegan. I'm just bougie, so I don't particularly care for anything but Patrón. This one just doesn't have the same bite as mine does. It's nice, but it's more like a juice flavored than tequila flavored. So I would give it like a 2.5 out of 5 margaritas. It's just not as good. It doesn't have as good of a bite as Patrón.
Yes, it's me, the Bear. I drink well tequila. And at the well as a humidor, you're not doing too bad. There are worse well tequilas to have. Much, much worse. Okay. I have to agree with the Princess. This is a little bit juicier than Patrón. I think Patrón has the better margarita bite, if that's what you're going for. I think this one's a bit smoother. But if you want that tequila punch, Patrón is definitely the way to go. Now, the Riverfront bars are making a strong case to stop in here before going anywhere else. But we're here to pit them all against each other like a margarita battle royale. As far as this entry, I'm giving it a 3.25 out of 5 plus.
Our awesome bartender, Jill, who we've seen multiple times at Fat Tuesday, hooked it up with a floater of tequila in this unusual frozen margarita. Now, I'm not usually a frozen drink fan. This one tastes like I just drank, or like I'm drinking one of those Minute Maid lemonade slushies. And I really like that. So let's give it a 3 out of 5 margaritas. It's not my favorite frozen margarita, but as you add the little shooter, it gets better.
Now, obviously, there's an upcharge, hit the little extra little topper shooter thingy on the top, but we always suggest, especially if you're on a Fat Tuesday, since their drinks are pre-mixed, and this is a little sort of bonus on top of that. that makes it worth it to me. It's funny to me that even their sign says this is for serious margarita drinkers, which I suppose doesn't apply to me since I am completely unserious about literally everything. So I suppose I'm in for it, maybe. I think we're the Princess. There's nothing better than a nice frozen margarita. I don't care if it's 30 degrees outside or 102. I want all my drinks frozen all the time. This is my favorite so far. 4 out of 5 claws.
So here we have the worst margarita at CityWalk. Fight me about it in the comments, but literally Margaritaville is the worst place to get margaritas. And our bartender was super nice. She made me a drink by hand with tahini. So I do imagine that her drink is going to be better than like your normal Margaritaville drink, but I also don't have high hopes. It's hard. Even though she probably did this the best of her abilities, it's not good. I really feel it doesn't matter how hard any bartender tries, the drink selection at Margaritaville is just so terrible that you should just never go. So, if you're looking for the best margarita at Margaritaville, don't go to Margaritaville. It's weird because it doesn't matter like what ingredients or what version of margarita you get at Margaritaville, it's just bad. You can't do anything about it, it's just bad. This is a 2 out of 5 margaritas. She tried, but you can only do so much with what you got.
I know that we talk a lot of trash about Margaritaville here and having the worst margaritas. It was kind of the original idea for this video because there are so many better places to get margaritas in just CityWalk, even though it's called Margaritaville. Because they use a lot of syrups in their margaritas, which sort of degrades the quality. Can you get some unique flavors in margaritas in Margaritaville? Yes. Is it the best margarita? Your mileage may vary. You actually probably have better mileage at Lone Palms Airport, which is technically still Margaritaville, but they make everything by hand.
Tigers have been retired 1, 2, 3 times over the last 4 innings. That's going to drop for a base hit.
I feel that in my soul. It's way too much sour. This comes off as like sour juice on ice with tahini. With barely any tequila. That's enough for me. It's 2 out of 5 claws. That is definitely not the best margarita in CityWalk.
A wild berry margarita. I'm really hesitant to drink this because we don't like Margaritaville. It tastes like grenadine. Just straight grenadine and water. I don't like this. This is a 2 out of 5. This is worse than my margarita. This is bad.
So the Margaritaville window, Margaritas to go, has basically their entire menu of margaritas you get inside the restaurant at the window. Plus there's also another bar on the front side of Margaritaville that has their margaritas. And then there's also Lone Palms Airport across the way that also has a number of their margaritas. So you have multiple places you can get margaritas to go at Margaritaville. But the question is, do you want to go to Margaritaville to get a margarita in the first place, or should you go somewhere else? The palm does help. I like a festive margarita. I like decoration in my drinks. I probably do that with the lime, but I like this.
Two stripes.
I'm afraid that might be all I like. It is very syrupy and like artificial tasting. I think that's my problem, is that when you get like a flavored margarita, I'm not expecting a fresh squeezed juice, but the quality of like the juice that they use for their flavors is just not great. Like, you can get them to make you a base margarita, but like, I'm at Margaritaville. I want all the things. and I would expect that there would be a certain level of quality, I'll say a floor, to how Margaritaville margarita should taste. And every time we go to get a drink in Margaritaville, that floor gets lower and lower. This is a 1 out of 5, 1.5 out of 5 claws. I don't care what your friends tell you when they come to CityWalk. I don't care what internet blog you go up on. I don't care how many hours they spend on Reddit. I don't care what Facebook group they're in. Margaritaville is not the place to go get your margaritas. It's just not. Objectively so. If you don't believe me, you're welcome to try for yourself and report back your experience in the comments. For me, this is still a 1.5 out of 5 plus.
Margarita Crawl, we're touring some tequilas, and Antojitos is going to teach us about tequila. We have Blanco tequila, which means unaged, Reposado, which means rested, Anjo, which is aged, and Extra Anjo, which is aged more than 3 years. That is information about tequila I did not know, and how cool is that? We're drinking to learning new things, and drinking, I guess we're gonna say that I'm gonna say this is probably the best margarita place at CityWalk, not Margaritaville. In true princess fashion, I got a Cadillac. This is not my first Cadillac in this Margarita Crawl, and it won't be my last. Maybe it will be. I don't know. I don't know where we're gonna be in the next couple places. We're just kind of going, walking around, just grabbing wherever margarita. Ooh. That's rich. You can really taste the bran marn, which I love. I think this is how margarita should be made. It's a 3.75 out of 5 margaritas. It's good. It's definitely better than Margaritaville, which we've proven, and I think better than Fat Tuesday as well. Really equal to the outdoor bar, like the normal Universal stands. I forgot the name of that bar, but each one of those outdoor bars have their own name, so.
I do feel that even if it is an illusion, at least the size of these margaritas are proper. Cadillac feels like a sort of presumptuous name, even though Cadillacs are known for being like luxurious and smooth. Actual Cadillacs, in practice, not so much. That probably angers some of you car fans out there, but I'm down on the hill. Ooh, at least it doesn't taste like just a bunch of syrup and everything mixed together. Nice fresh tequila's front and center where it should be. This is like a margarita. Is it the Cadillac presumed smooth? I'd say it goes pretty close actually. 3.75 out of 5 plus.
I love me a good strawberry margarita. Bear got his with Jose Cuervo though, so not as good. But the strawberry is flavored really nice. There's such a huge taste difference in tequilas between Jose Cuervo and Patrón. Patrón is just so much better and smoother, more easier to drink than this. I think I would like it better if it had Patrón in it, but I'm also a Patrón elitist, so take that for what you will. I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5 margaritas.
I always feel like when me and the Princess order margaritas together, it's like a miniature class warfare struggle. Her the Patrón, and me, I'm fine with well whatever. Like, tequila is tequila to me for the most part. Can I give Patrón a little bit of edge over, like, well, tequila? Yes. But an edge versus the extra price, that's where I have a hard time even telling the difference. If I have to choose, you're giving me the option, I'm probably picking Don Julio, which isn't any cheaper than Patrón. So I guess I am also a little classist. I find it's an odd difference because the Princess usually gets like a basic margarita, not a basic, but like classic. I am always like, give me the fruits, give me the flavors. This tastes like actually fresh pureed strawberry and not syrup like you get in most places. And I like that. It's still very tequila forward. Probably the most balanced margarita we've had so far. I'm giving this 4.5 out of 5 balls. I really like this one. So we wanted to drink at the bus, but this bus is rarely ever open.
Yeah, so we went inside instead, and I don't regret that decision at all.
No, we still have more to do, and we need to know, like, where are you guys so far on this ranking of, like, who is going to be the best? It's not too early to get your votes in.
Tell us in the comments. The Category 5 margarita. I do love me some Category 5, and it looks like a cherry limeade to me. I'm not mad at that. I do like a good cherry limeade. I doubt it's going to taste like that. I also got Patrón with this because, you know, Patrón person. I think pretty much every margarita we've gotten on this crawl, I've gotten on this crawl, has been a Patrón. At least it's like a baseline, so I know what all the drinks are going to taste like. This one just tastes like lime water. It doesn't really have a lot of flavors and stuff going for it. I really thought this was going to be like the one with the most complex or the most dynamic flavors, and it's not. I actually think I got more flavor from Margaritaville. I'm going to give this a 1.5 out of 5 margaritas. It's kind of sad.
I appreciate the Pat O'Brien's is dedicated at least to their theme. They offer margaritas on their menu. It's not like a one-off. That is very themed to who they are. They are very much like a New Orleans themed sort of Irish pub, and they lean heavily into that. Category 5 margarita is right on brand for them. Now, whether that's a good on brand, that's a whole different other story. Usually we go there, we eat the Hurricanes. That's why you go to Pat O's. You get Hurricanes, you get a free glass, and you get very, very inebriated. Category 5 margarita can either be something to do Floridian Gulf Coast proud, or it could just be gut rot. You never know. Ooh. You know? I actually don't mind that. Now, unlike the Princess, obviously, I got Jose, the base model, Category 5, what she got Patrón. Something else is on brand. She will upcharge her tequila. I will leave mine the same. At least you're getting it from both sides. You're getting one upgraded margarita. You're getting one base margarita. It tastes like Pat O's, honestly. It's a very sweet, punchy, like a Category 5 would be, but it's got that margarita sort of kick in the back end. I do definitely prefer this over anything I got from Margaritaville, but I don't know if it's the best margarita yet. I would give this a 4 out of 5. 5 down, 1 more to go.
I did not like that margarita at all. It's definitely there with Margaritaville. I had a really hard time finishing that one.
I would decrease each of our ratings by 1. Definitely. It got more sugary and hard to drink the more that it got, and that's not enjoyable. We want our margaritas to be enjoyable from bottom to top to bottom. Let's see what the final contestant has to offer us.
I got another Patrón margarita, house made, custom made, not on the menu, but that's fine. It's a full bar. They can go hard with whatever. This takes me back to the first margarita that we had on this crawl, and I'm into it. Did not have the best dining experience here, so please tell us in the comments if you want us to come back and eat here. But as far as drinks go, this is a good spot. Plus it's EC'd inside, so if it's hot, definitely come here after 4 o'clock. They open at 4 o'clock. I give it a 4 out of 5 margaritas.
I'm just going to start calling every Patrón margarita the Princess Margarita, because the P in Patrón stands for Princess. That's not official. I'm not going to swear by that. But if you ask me, I'm probably going to say that. Well made. Handcrafted. I would even call it bespoke. 4 to 5 plus. I'm a bear that's slumming at the bottom of the well. Well, tequila for my margarita, because I'm a bear. What do I know about tequila?
Enough to do a crawl.
Enough to do a crawl and get my opinions. Ooh, punchy. It's hard. Definitely not top shelf tequila. I can't often taste it, but when I can, that says some things. However, still better than Margaritaville. Still better than Patrón. So, 3.5 out of 5 calls. This has been a very eye-opening margarita challenge. I think we have successfully challenged the Citywalk Promenade to give us the best margarita.
You guys, this is a hard video to make.
Yes. Who do you choose?
Antojitos.
It's Antojitos. I'm
hesitation.
surprised. I honestly didn't expect Antojitos to rank as high as it did. The only one that ranked exactly what I expected it to was Margaritaville. I took
at the
it
bottom.
dead last.
Yeah, the little stand bars around here also were very surprising at how amazing they were.
Yeah.
So props to the Citywalk employees here. I don't really care for Fat Tuesday either.
Also Sugar Bomb. And Patrón is kind of...
And Patrón was really bad. So I think Margarita, Patrón is the worst. And then Fat Tuesday would be like right above that. And then the best ones were the regular stands and Antojitos. And I actually didn't mind Big Fire.
Yeah, even though they don't have a margarita on the menu, it's a full bar, so they'll make whatever. But maybe you guys feel differently. Maybe we are drastically wrong and Margaritaville makes the best margaritas this side of Universal.
No, the
Well,
food's
me.
bad too.
You are welcome to be wrong in the comments below. If there's anything else you can see us do, that'll always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
We have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't give us margarita input in the comments, Bear's just gonna go jump in this fountain after he fills it with margarita and comes out super sticky because he wants your comments.
If that happens, remember, it was her idea.